Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, January 10th, and thank you so much for joining into our now monthly Aries Partners webinars. The change really was to, switch things up a little bit. We had, been running the weekly webinars for more than 5 years, and we thought we'd change it up a little bit, get some new participation, and kind of focus differently on the webinars. So although there is a lot of legislation updates and product changes, we are moving towards a monthly Aries webinar. And of course, you'll see that the first one is today, and then you'll see the date for the next one. But these will focus again on legislative updates specific to the individual, group, and the over 65 market as well, anything that's pertinent that I think you should know, any product updates, kind of more of the nuts and bolts of what you do in your daily lives as insurance agents. So hopefully you'll find them useful and helpful for you. So we are going to jump right into the agenda. My name is Deb Wilkinson, if you haven't figured that out by now, and I'm the Vice President of the Health Plan Options Department here at URL. So let's get right into the agenda. We talked a little bit about this for those Gemini partners on the webinar. We did talk a little bit about this on our Gemini on Tuesday, but I wanted to review a little bit for you, our Aries partners, and bring everybody up to date. So we all know that U.S. District Judge Reed O'Connor ruled that the ACA was unconstitutional because of the zeroed out individual tax penalty. So a stay was issued, and it is going to be business as usual until the decision works its way through the court systems. It is expected to get the whole way to the Supreme Court. So we'll see what happens. It is a new atmosphere in Washington at this point with the new congressional leadership. So we'll see what happens as it works its way through the court. NAHU issued comments on the expansion of the HRAs from employers to be used by employees in the individual markets. They also have a component for like short-term medical. So NAHU, for various reasons, understands why a ruling such as this was made, but they did have some concerns. So they wrote about a 30-page comment. And if you are interested in hearing any of that or seeing the comments, the letters, let me know. But, again, we're not sure how this is going to pan out. It would really expand the use of HRAs and really focus back on that individual market for employers. And it might just be the godsend that these small employers need, or any size employer needs at this point. So we'll keep watching that. And this is, at this point, set to take place in 2020. So we still have a little bit of time. Speaking of 2020, healthcare.gov is looking for new agent training vendors. In the past, AHIP and NAHU were vendors other than CMS, so I guess they're looking for new ones. I just thought I'd throw it out there for your information. And more importantly, IRS has extended the due date for the insurers, self-insuring employers, and others to comply with the reporting requirements for 2018 tax year. But the 95B and C will be due now on March 4th, and it also extends the good faith transition relief from Section 6721 and 22, which basically says if you filed as you were supposed to and there were errors, then they're going to kind of give a pass for any errors that may occur because they, in good faith, filed. So again, we'll keep watching this, and hopefully these forms can go away, but at this point, no. U.S. District Justice Contreras said HHS Secretary Azar exceeded his legal authority in setting the 340B drug payment rates. And it gets a little bit convoluted, but it does appear that it's more specific to the Medicare segment. And basically they're saying that Secretary Azar exceeded the legal authority, and that the payment that was happening was the Medicare reimbursement plus 6%. And now they have changed that to the Medicare reimbursement minus 22.5%. So clearly there's a big reduction. The 340B program was established so that hospitals serving a vulnerable population without the ability to pay could purchase drugs at a discounted price and then charge HHS the higher rate under the outpatient prospective payment system. So, I mean, it's a huge shift. The judge basically also went on to say that he understands that giving retroactive adjustments would be financially disruptive. So again, they are kind of staying this execution, if you will, and it looks like there's a 30-day comment period. So I at least wanted to mention that. Another thing, in product information, UPMC, we had a lot of UPMC groups issued for 1/1, and the ID cards for their prescription benefit does not have their group and BIN and PCN number. So this is the information for your UPMC clients for their prescriptions. So if you have any UPMC clients, just jot these numbers down. If you can't, then just shoot me an email and I'm happy to send those to you. So training, as I mentioned, the Geminar for our exclusive Gemini partners will be held every Tuesday at 9:30. That next Geminar will be next Tuesday, which is January 15th at 9:30. And again, we're having our Aries monthly webinar series, and that's the second Thursday of each month. So as you can see from the bottom of the slide, February 14th is the next Aries webinar. Some other opportunities for you to either expand your product offerings or look at new ways to generate revenue. Final Expense Mondays, it's the first Monday of each month at 10 a.m. The Life Markets team does that. Monday Motivator, this is invitation only for the second and fourth Mondays at 9:30. If you have any interest in any of these, I would suggest that you email Matt Alina at matta@urlinsgroup.com and get on that agenda, because they've actually been very helpful for a lot of our agent partners. There's also information in the newsletter that will be going out today. Highmark Well 360 is having a series of webinars talking about their new wellness program. January 9th at 2 p.m., which was yesterday, the team had a revealing of our new commission system portal, and the recording is available. So if you did not register or sit in on that webinar, if you want the recording, just again shoot me an email or go to our website and you can get on the YouTube channel and see that. And then last but not least, January 15th at 9:30, the 2019 Medicare 101 webinar will be held. So let's talk a little bit about individual sales for 2020 and what will it bring. I do see with the new House leadership and just some of these provisions that there's possibly going to be a focus more on individuals. So we are meeting with the folks, the carriers that offer individual plans, and kind of getting the lay of the land as much as we can for what 2020 will bring. And of course, as soon as I know anything, I will let you know. Just so you know, Highmark, I did it in attach the agent comp statement or agent comp chart, but they have extended their compensation for individual sales through June 1st effective dates. They're going to make a decision for the balance of the year at a later date. Additionally, SEP applications for off-exchange business. As you recall, Highmark required business for on-marketplace and off-marketplace to be submitted through, the portal. On-marketplace could also go to healthcare.gov. Off-marketplace, no paper applications were accepted. And of course, you still needed your FSM certification. So now, because there were issues with the producer portal, The SEP applications for off exchange with Highmark will be accepted by paper, and commissions will be paid, even though they made the ruling that it had to go through the portal. So they are making an exception. So I wanted to at least update everyone on that. And of course, again, we will be watching what the individual market does, what it will pay, all of that for 2020. Western Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield small group underwriting changes, that information is attached. They are making changes to their participation, domestic partners requirements, new language regarding new and late entrants, and then again, the participation requirements. So I did include that handout for those of you that work in the western part of our Commonwealth. That information would be very important to you. So what's important to me is, what do you want to hear, learn, and explore? I want these webinars to be certainly worth your time and energy in joining in, but I also want to know what you want to hear. Obviously, I'm going in a direction, but I want you to have that feedback to let me know what you want to explore. So you can either do it online here in your question box, or you can just shoot me an email, and I'm happy to add anything that you'd like to hear to the agenda moving forward. If you are a Gemini partner, you have that ability to join our exclusive Geminar, like I said, every Tuesday. But many of you may not know what our Gemini program is. And our Gemini program is really a stronger level of partnership with URL. And what it comes down to is, if we offer the product and you are writing the product, you agree to write that product through us. Under certain circumstances, if we can't beat or match your current compensation, then that product is excluded from the Gemini contract, and it doesn't reduce your ability to become a Gemini partner. So we put a lot of focus and energy and certainly support into our Gemini program. And if you feel that it's something that you would be interested in learning more about or participating in, then please reach out to me. I'm happy to talk to you about it. With the Gemini program, there are exclusive perks and bonuses that, again, are specific to the Gemini program and exclusive to our Gemini partners. So it is definitely worth exploring if you think it would work for you. And that's it. That brings us up to our open discussion. As mentioned, the next Aries webinar is Thursday, February 14th. So let's see if you have any questions. Barb asked that the UPMC information is reposted, so that is the information right there. I will also send that to you, Barb, and that way you will have it. Let's see, any other questions? At this point, no other questions. So as always, my contact information is right here, 800-926-8875, or you can reach me at debw@urlinsgroup.com. Happy to talk to you about any of your questions. And please, again, keep those ideas coming. I want these to be worth your time and energy. So please, if you have anything you want to learn about, then just shoot me an email or give me a call, and I will add that to the agenda. Until then, until February, I thank you so much for joining in, and keep your questions coming. Enjoy the balance of your week and have an awesome weekend. Bye-bye.